Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It is December 6th.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
We'll check on weather and traffic in a moment. But first this morning, jury selection today for the trial of a man accused of shooting and killing a Bexar County Sheriff's Office K-9 almost 4 years ago. 42-year-old Matthew Morella is facing several charges stemming from a violent law enforcement chase back in January of 2019.
So the chase started in Karnes County, where police tried to pull him over for a routine traffic stop. When Mireles refused to pull over, the chase began and lasted about 30 minutes before ending in Bexar County near Loop 1604 and Highway 151. Mireles was known to have several outstanding warrants, including one for DWI.
While deputies were trying to take Mireles into custody, they deployed K-9 Chucky to subdue him, and that's when the 5-year-old dog was shot and killed. Again, jury selection is today, and testimony is expected to begin sometime tomorrow.
And we are also continuing to follow the capital murder trial of former Border Patrol agent Juan David Ortiz. You can watch our live stream right now on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and our YouTube page. Testifying right now is lead investigator Texas Ranger E.J. Salinas.
Now, Ortiz is accused of killing 4 sex workers down in the Laredo area. Our court reporter Eric Hernandez has been following this trial, and we'll have updates throughout the day right here on air and online at KSAT.com.
And we're still watching the fog, guys, that's going on around here. We've had the fog yesterday. We're going to see that again today. It is starting to build in spots, so we'll have to watch for visibility. This is going to be a trend, by the way, as we said yesterday, going forward. Visibility is down close to 0 at Bernie Stage. And at Port SA, we're at 1.75, 2 miles at the airport. So it's kind of centered around Bexar County right now. And we're also seeing quite a bit of fog out to the west as well along the Rio Grande. Places like Del Rio, Eagle Pass, you're seeing some fog too. A lot of humidity out there. The KSAT 12-hour forecast, we're going to be at 69 by 11 o'clock, 71 noontime. Like yesterday, we can see a few peaks of sun too, which will boost those temperatures into the 70s. Kind of warm and sticky. Our average, by the way, this time of year is mid-60s, so this is well above average. As we look at the weather headlines and we look out over the airport, visibility doesn't look too bad there, by the way, just from this live cam. But how warm will we go? Could we go even into the 80s? Possible. And what about that next front? We had one scheduled for Friday. It's not looking as good. That front may not make it here. So our next front probably won't arrive until next week. That means more continued heat and humidity. And what about the latest freeze? When is San Antonio's latest freeze? We'll look into that and look at some places that have seen some freezes here over the last couple of weeks. For now, though, let's go over to Stephen. A little bit of fog out there. Is that causing any issues?
Well, Justin, we did have some issues earlier. Those have cleared out, and actually traffic looks pretty nice and calm at this point. 281 at Jones-Maltzberger, just a few folks out there, maybe some still waiting to get to their destination. Drive safe, because these TransGuide cameras, you see it right there, 35 at Space Center, a little bit of what we were talking about earlier. So taking it to the map, though, I did see this major crash that Schertz police reported just along I-35. This is right at FM 1103 and Old Wiederstein Road. Northbound lane was blocked, but it looks like that may be clearing. Now, that's in that area where we really don't have any TransGuide cameras that could pick up any of the conditions. But right now, as we give you a wide shot, something that is clear is the map is nice and green. We still have a few slowdowns, though, but thankfully things have quieted down for the most part along the major parts here in the downtown area. But notice that there still is a slowdown along the northwest side, as well as 281, a little bit past 1604. But getting you back here on TransGuide 10 at Vance Jackson, it's just a little bit of light traffic at this point. We will watch the roads closely, but as always, make sure you do the same. Mark, Sarah.
Thank you, Stephen.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
2 former high-ranking police officers have been arrested related to the deadly Halloween crowd crush in Seoul in October. South Korean police arrested the 2 for ordering the destruction of evidence related to the incident. They were already dismissed from their jobs in November and the first officials to be arrested in connection to the crush.
An election with national implications happening in Georgia today. The candidates in the Senate runoff election making a final push to get their supporters to the polls. If Republican Herschel Walker wins, the Senate and its committees will be evenly split. If incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock wins, Democrats will lead committees and have a vote to spare.
Actress Kirstie Alley has died after a short battle with cancer. Alley rose to fame in the late 1980s and early 90s, playing a bar manager in the hit TV show Cheers. She also starred in a number of other TV shows and films. Alley was 71 years old.
This year's flu shot appears to be a good match to the circulating strains, but the CDC says vaccinations are lagging compared to previous years. Through the end of October, data shows vaccinations for pregnant women, seniors, and children were down compared to last year. Flu season has started earlier this year and hit harder than normal.
Sources tell the Wall Street Journal that PepsiCo is cutting snacks and beverage workers in New York, Chicago, and Plano right here in Texas. Hundreds of jobs could disappear. A staff memo called the move an effort to streamline the organization. As of last year, the company employed about 309,000 people around the world, including about 129,000 here in the U.S.
The Federal Reserve is signaling it will raise a key rate by 0.5 percentage point at its meeting next week. The national's central bank has raised rates 0.75 point 4 separate times as it battles inflation. Policymakers expect price pressures to ease next year.
Hertz has agreed to pay out $168 million to some former customers. The settlement over claims related to the company falsely reporting rental cars as stolen. Systemic flaws by Hertz are allegedly to blame, including not recording payment or rental extensions, failing to track down its own vehicle inventory, and failing to correct false reports to police.
A new benchmark for pilot pay. That's what flyers at United and American Airlines are calling Delta's offer of a 34% wage hike over 4 years. The contract proposal needs union and pilot approval, but aviators tell Reuters Delta is raising the bar for pilot salaries. The deal highlights the bargaining power pilots have as travel demand soars and carriers add workers.
Nike and NBA star Kyrie Irving have agreed to part ways. The company's decision comes weeks after Irving posted a Twitter link to a controversial documentary that contains anti-Semitic messages. Irving took to Twitter to thank people who ever bought products he endorsed, saying he considers those shoppers family. That's today's 9 at 9. Right in your morning headlines, the suspect is accused of shooting the rapper Takeoff. Not going anywhere, and the head of the FBI now a new warning about TikTok.
Plus, there is a new phrase to describe lazy people, and what is old is new again. A resurgence of a once famous bar drink. David Sears is here for our morning headlines. Good morning, David.
Morning, David.
As you know, I'm not a big drinker, but this one, I don't understand this one.
Okay. Explain it to us.
It was an 80s, 90s thing, and it's back.
Right.
We'll get to it in just a second. But first, Patrick Xavier Clark in the orange jumpsuit right here. He's walking into a courtroom in Houston yesterday to face a judge. He's accused of the murder of the rapper known as Takeoff. The rapper's real name is Kirstie Alley. According to police, video shows Clark shooting his gun the night Takeoff was killed, and Takeoff was just an innocent bystander. The shooting happening during a dice game. Prosecutors argued in front of the judge that Clark was trying to flee the country before his arrest. His lawyer says not so.
There's other circumstances surrounding that. That was something that was already pre-planned, and it was canceled before he was arrested. So I think that's important. He wasn't trying to go anywhere.
Despite their argument, the judge set bond at $2 million. Another warning for the users of TikTok this time is coming from the head of the FBI, Christopher Wray. The app is owned by a Chinese company, and there is major concern that the Chinese are collecting data and personal information for the purposes of spying. They could also get into your device through software, and that is not all. There's also concern the Chinese could manipulate content on the app.
The Chinese government has shown a willingness to steal Americans' data on a scale that dwarfs any other. All of these things are in the hands of a government that doesn't share our values.
The head of the FCC recommending the complete ban of TikTok. However, that's not going to happen anytime soon. They want Apple and Google to remove it from their app stores. You are advised, though, to think twice before you download it. Have you ever heard of the word goblin mood? Goblin mode? Is it goblin mode? Goblin. It's like, they say it's a word, but then they have it on their website there as 2 words. So anyway, but it might describe you, especially during the pandemic, if you were kind of lethargic. It is a new word that is now the Oxford Word of the Year for 2022. Goblin mode. See, it's like 2 words. Here's the Oxford University Press definition of goblin mode. unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations. That's the definition of goblin mode. One or two words, however you want to do it. That word was actually chosen by the public. Also in the running were two words, metaverse and hashtag I stand with.
The ellipses are killing us on the today.
Oh my God!
What's wrong with this telephone?
The ellipses are killing us.
Bad enough, my voice stinks, but then I got to do
So
it.
goblin mode is bad.
Goblin mode is
All
bad,
kinds
but I don't
of bad.
understand.
I don't know. I feel like
not goblin
you
mode, Dave.
described Mark Austin in Goblin.
Whoa.
But I don't understand. They say it's one word, but then they show it and it's two words.
Yeah.
So how can it be one word if it's...
These young kids, David.
I contend this. If you're truly goblin mode, you don't care how it's spelled.
You're just lazy anyways. What do you care? You wouldn't even look it up. You're so lazy.
Oh my God.
All right. It is the bar drink du jour these days, the espresso martini. It was the drink of the 80s and 90s. Now it's the drink of 2022. The espresso martini is vodka, coffee liqueur, and espresso. According to a research firm, SGA, didn't know they did this, it's now in the top 10 of popular cocktail orders at U.S. bars. Apparently invented in the 80s by famed bartender. Who knew this guy? Dick Bradsell. He was a famous bartender in the 80s? Okay. The story goes, a model asked him for a drink that would wake her up, but also get her very drunk. And voila, the espresso martini was born. Kahlua sales are on the rise. So that's how they know that it's one of the more popular drinks.
Okay, it is popular because I've seen this trend on TikTok and Instagram of bartenders.
Oh, there you go with TikTok.
Making the espresso. Oh my gosh, I'm just a goblin over here. Making the
Goblin mode.
Goblin mode activated.
Oh, see, is that one word or two?
Okay, but the espresso martini, have you had one, Mark?
I've always wanted to try one.
Can we maybe do a taste test, Alex, producer, GMSA at 9? In the future? Okay, she says we're cool. Okay.
We're going to need a management exemption of some kind, but we'll see what we can do.
I think so, because it's early. Have you had it or not?
No, I want it.
You always wanted it.
I've always wanted one.
Okay.
It's like espresso?
Espresso.
That's like coffee, right?
It's coffee. It's what I drink every morning.
So you're going to mix coffee and vodka.
Can't be bad.
And I don't know. Apparently, for this model, it got her drunk
remember,
real fast.
vodka Red Bull's a big deal. It has been for quite a while, too. So
okay.
that's quite the pick me up. David, thank you very much. 9:10, 67 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
We all know sleep is important, but getting a good night's rest can be difficult. It's also the subject of our new Solutionaries piece. Our very own Stephen Cavasso joins us again in the next half hour to talk about this story he worked on and what we can do to get more quality rest. Plus,
good morning, I'm Max Massey. We are here out front of Walmart with the Red Kettle campaign. We're going to explain how you can step up and help out.
We are in the midst of the holiday season, and so many people in our community need your help.
that's right, the Red Kettle campaign with the Salvation Army. They do just that. Our very own Max Massey joins us live out front the Walmart at Brooks City Base. And I know Sarah Spivey's also out there. Max, how can Team KSAT help out?
Good morning, guys. If you can hear the bell, if you can see, we're doing what we can out here. We've been here throughout the morning, and I gotta say, so far we've had a lot of people step up and help out. I want to zoom in on our basket over here. Now this kettle is not what every kettle looks like. Got to give a shout out to Lee Waldman because she customized it. You have the lights, you have everything, and it's so customized. People have actually had a little bit of difficulty. They're like, do we still put money into this? Yes. So you come on over to this Walmart, donate whatever you can, and it has been amazing. Joined here with Brad from the Salvation Army. So, Brad, how does this all work?
All of this helps local families in need. This particular kettle is part of our Parade of Kettles competition, but the Red Kettle campaign itself helps local families in need throughout the year. That's why this campaign is so important, the money we raise during this Christmas season. You can also volunteer to be a bell ringer. That's very important. So you can go to SalvationArmySATX.org and click register to ring and be a bell ringer. We need all the volunteers we can get.
All right, speaking of bell ringers, we got Sarah Spivey out here.
Yes.
Never enough bells.
So excited. Okay, guys, we're going to be out here at the Walmart Brook City base until 10. All right, so we have this wonderful kettle that you can donate to. Max and I will be out here. We want to say hi. We want to take pictures. We want you to donate to the Salvation Army. And if you can't make it out here this morning, that's okay, because we have a digital way for you to donate to our kettle. We'll be posting the QR code and everything for you to do so, but please come out and say hi. We'd love to see you.
And of course, we had to add a little competition in here because, you know, life all about competition. We've Team KSAT. So, Brad, how's Team KSAT doing so far?
Doing really well. I think Team KSAT's in the top 4, top 5, last I checked, of all the other competitors. So we want to change that today. I mean, we want to get that up to number 1. You got to take the lead.
Look, Brad, here at KSAT, we expect more. So top 4, top 5, that is not enough. So if you can, come out here, come say hi, donate $1, whatever you can. We're going to be here till 10 a.m. We're going to check back in with you at 9:30 a.m. And, you know, all the cowbell. That's what we need.
I may be doing carols. We'll see.
She's doing carols. We'll see you guys back here at 9:30.
Okay, when we come back, Sarah Spivey, I need to hear some like Silent Night or some Jingle Bell something. And Max, maybe you too.
Maybe Max brings more cowbell.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the singing and the cowbell up to Sarah Spivey. They're requesting Silent Night.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Performance 9:30. Be here.
We will. Thank you, Max.
Sarah, Max, thank you guys. Well, definitely very, very mild out there. Clouds have dropped all morning long. Any precipitation out there right now, Justin?
There was some light drizzle earlier. We may see some of that off and on. And it's not just this morning. I mean, drizzle's possible really any day during the 7-day forecast. But it's not the good stuff, not the heavy rain that we would love to see.
I mean, we just need a little bit of sunshine.
There could be some, but not much. There could be some, but not much. I'm not promising a lot there. It's going to be generally a great week. Let's take a look at the fog. We got to check in on this again. And I know we've been looking at this most of the morning. Visibility is down about 3/4 of a mile. Bernie Stage, most of San Antonio dealing with some fog. Visibility down to about 2 miles or so at the airport. About 3/4 of a mile at Hondo. So yeah, there is still some fog out there. And there's going to be spots where it's fairly thick. Rock Springs, one of those places. Eagle Pass, Creosote Springs, also dealing with fog. There's Cena at the airport. And it doesn't look that bad from this view. 68 degrees, dew point is at 67. Of course, when you get the temperature and dew point close together, that's when you get the fog. And we've seen that, of course, this morning. 65 Fredericksburg, 65 Kerrville, 61 right now Rock Springs. And some 70s showing up. Gonzales down to Pleasanton. Here around Bexar County, it is upper 60s. We will be in the 70s soon, though. And if we get some sun, it'll boost us into the mid to upper 70s. Look at the high temperatures this week. Remember, we talked about yesterday, maybe a front coming through on Friday. Doesn't look like that's going to happen anymore. So we're staying in the upper 70s through the weekend, possibly into early next week. The average is 65. This is well above average. So, you know, we had a cold into November, and now we start December very warm. Go figure. As far as freezing temperatures, well, we haven't seen freeze yet here in San Antonio officially. What I've done is I've outlined the areas in blue that have seen a freeze, and this is a rough estimate, but it gives you the idea. The Hill Country, Fredericksburg, Kerrville, Bernie, Blanco, just west of Canyon Lake. Hondo has briefly seen a freeze. Lakey, Rock Springs. These are the areas that have seen a freeze so far this season. San Antonio has not. Keep in mind our average first freeze is November 30th, so we have passed that date, and we are now behind when it comes to getting that first freeze. Now, I will tell you, there's been many years, and this date varies widely. There have been many years where we haven't got our first freeze until March, even, well, this is the latest first freeze is March 8th, 1932, but February and March, we've waited that long to get our first freeze. So that does happen. Just a heads up. I'm not saying that's going to happen this year. We still got a lot of December left. We still can see some strong cold fronts, but that's not in the forecast over the next 7 days or so. Right now, you see the cloud cover over San Antonio. There are some showers across West Texas. That's along a frontal boundary that right now sits just south of Lubbock. This front's not going to make it here, but behind it, it is cooler. 35 Amarillo, 50 in Wichita Falls, but out ahead of it, 60s and 70s for most of Texas. And there is some cold air. It's bottled up to the north. -4 Cut Bank, -4 in the nation's icebox International Falls, 14 in Minneapolis, 41 in Chicago. So there is cold air up here. It just does not spill down into Texas, at least not yet. And as we look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 71 noontime, 73 1 o'clock. Will be mostly cloudy, 76 at 4 o'clock. That'll probably be our high temperature. And yes, Sarah, we could see a few peaks of sun later today. We could use it. And in the extended forecast, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies really throughout. Some small rain chances maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There are some indications that maybe we can get a stronger front early next week. But in the meantime, we're sweating it out, literally.
Did you put your AC on last night? Or are you just leaving it off? Because you know it gives that awkward, like, outside temperature is the same as inside.
Switching between heat and, no, I think I left it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
The smart play, Justin.
Thank you.
921, 68 degrees.
A local nonprofit is inspiring a new generation of outdoor explorers. When we come back, how their programs are reaching students, not only in San Antonio, but across the country.
Just about 9:25. Since starting in 2019, a local nonprofit focused on connecting youth of color to the outdoors has impacted the lives of hundreds of students here in San Antonio.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live with a look at the different programs Black Outside Incorporated offers and how it's inspiring a love of the outdoors. Good morning, Tiff.
Good morning. Here we're live at MLK Park. The nonprofit hosts different events here. They've hosted yoga, they've done barbecues. More than 200 students have participated this year alone. To talk a little bit more, we have Alex and Natalie. Good morning to both of you.
Hey, what's up? Good morning, San Antonio. What's up?
I love this energy. Alex, talk to us about the nonprofit. How did this start?
Yeah, Black Outside Inc. We're a nonprofit that was founded to connect more Black youth to the outdoors. Here in our state of Texas, only 1%. That's 1 out of every 100 park participants identify as Black or African American. We believe we can help change those numbers by really connecting Black youth to the outdoors.
What different programs do you offer?
Yeah, so we have 3 amazing programs. Now, I'm going to tell you about one of them, but we have Camp Founder Girls. We also have 2 year-round programs that are recruiting right now. So check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Black Outside Inc. But that's the Charles Roundtree Bloom Project for youth impacted by incarceration and the Brothers with the Land Project, which is a program for high school Black boys to connect them to leadership development opportunities in the outdoors.
And what is so important about the outdoors for you all that you've seen changes in these students?
Yeah, nature is healing. Nature has such powerful properties to cultivate leadership, curiosity. So we've really seen our youth really expand their minds, their hearts, and their imaginations when they connect to so many beautiful spaces here in our city and across our state of Texas.
And Natalie, talk to us about the program that you're involved in and what type of change you've seen in the girls.
Yeah, so I am the camp director of Camp Founder Girls. We are a historically Black camp for girls here in San Antonio. San Antonio, we work to empower our youth. Our pillars are brave, strong, creative, and confident, and those things showcase all throughout the week that we have our girls.
For girls that are watching this and their parents watching, how can they participate next year?
Yeah, absolutely. So check us out at Camp Founder Girls, either on Facebook or on Instagram. We'll have applications in the spring, and we're always looking for more people to take part in our amazing week of programming.
Well, this is an amazing program, amazing stuff that you all are doing here. Thanks for joining us. We're going to have more details coming up on the noon show. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tiff.
927, 68 degrees.
When we come back, how to get better sleep. It's the focus of our latest Solutionaries piece. Our Stephen Cavazos worked on the story and will join us again to talk about some of the other activities we can do to get some better rest.
Welcome back. 9:30. Lack of sleep is something most of us experience, especially of us on the morning shift. It's also the topic of this month's Solutionaries episode.
So numerous reports show how a lack of sleep contributes to several health problems and poor performance in our day-to-day lives. Sir Stephen Cavazos worked on this piece and joins us now to explain how mindful movement can actually lead to revolutionary rest.
All right, Stephen, we're awake. You have our full attention.
And we're caffeinated. This is a really good time of day to talk about Solutionaries.
All right, so let's talk about mindful movement. What is it exactly?
Well, so mindful movement, for lack of a better word, is simply yoga. You know, when we think of yoga, we think of the stretching, but really it's about moving our body with thought in mind. So it focuses on breathing. We focus on just moving with thought and relaxation to our body. So it's not about getting the best exercise out of yoga. It's about getting the best exercise in your mind. And so hence mindful movement. And there it is, stretching with our friend over there at Esther Vexler Yoga School. So it was pretty exciting.
So what did you learn when you did this yoga? Are there obstacles that people can face when they actually attempt it?
Yeah, when I initially did yoga, I was thinking my biggest obstacle was going to be touching my toes because I am not a flexible person, but it's not about that type of flexibility. It's really about flexing your mind, right? So, and it's also about making the time. And so that's really the biggest challenge is people making the time. We all have busy schedules and, some of us, have bigger responsibilities than others, but nonetheless, everybody is very busy. So they tell us to make the time because in order to get the best rest, your mind has to get the best rest.
At the end of the yoga session, did they do the thing where they, you go into child's pose and they help you meditate?
Yeah, well, we didn't get that far into it. I am a big meditator, just, a little side note there. I love to meditate every morning. It is very difficult on this type of schedule. That would require getting up about 15 minutes earlier than what we would probably need to. But really, it's about just dedicating that time. And so we didn't get that far into the child's pose, but we did talk about breathing and why breathing is important and relaxing your body before going to bed and making sure that you do not do that in bed. You actually should relax in another room, which I thought was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. All right, so I've heard all sorts of great stuff about yoga. How can it help us in other aspects of our lives?
Well, a lot of it is, yoga is really beneficial. You can find that it's helpful in general well-being, your mental and emotional state, really because we all have a ton of thoughts that race back and forth through our minds. So really it's about calming those thoughts, relaxing our bodies and relaxing our minds. So it helps with our mindfulness. It also really does help with stress relief. We also work in a job that's very filled with a lot of stress. So you can imagine at the end of the day, we're taking that stress with us home. So we have to make sure that we can dedicate that time to ourselves, whether it's at the start of the day or the end of the day, just to get that mindful rest there. Because when we lay our head down at the pillow, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about our next day. What are our things that we have to do? What are some of the checklists that I have? I have to go to the grocery store. I have to do this tomorrow, or whatever it may be. It's about resting and calming your mind.
Okay, so you're like us. You get up at 2 in the morning, during the week. So
I don't get up that early, but okay.
Do you really not get? What time does your alarm go off?
About 2:35, 2:45.
Your first
Men.
I push it to the very last minute, but that's besides the point.
2:15 to do the hair and makeup. Okay, so how did your personal experience play into this story?
So this is really cool because you've done solutionaries before, right? And so each month we tackle a different topic. This month was choose your own adventure. So what I chose was obviously sleep deprivation and how it plays into our lives, but really wanted to incorporate what it's like for us on the morning show. And this is just my story, right? It's not everybody's story, but everyone that comes in early in the morning or overnight struggles with this. We all talk about it, and I just share a little bit of what that looks like for me when I get home from work to the moment I lay my head down on my pillow and get into the station and get things rolling. But it is a challenge for a lot of people, and it's not just here in our newsroom, it's obviously everywhere.
Well, it's worth talking about because a lot of us rely on prescription medication.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take sleep any way I can get it. So, I'm a huge proponent of sleep medication.
Right.
So I'm willing to consider this as an alternative.
We can go together, Mark.
Okay.
And what's great is that, sleep aid is really useful when you need to get that really good night's rest. But some of the experts say, hey, try doing this instead, so that way, you are getting that exercise in it as well. I don't really exercise. I'm not like a big runner. I do not like to lift weights. I barely can do a push-up, but I know I can.
Stop, Steven.
I can stretch my mind.
There
and
you
that's
go.
a good start. And that's what I'm so excited about, this solutionary
After,
piece.
diving into this piece, do you feel like you're sleeping better? Do you feel like it's helping a little bit?
Well, I do. And there's some techniques. I tried one last night in my living room on my couch, not in my bed because my bed is meant for sleep.
Right.
Meditation and yoga is meant to be somewhere else. And so it is helpful. I mean, I'm not thinking about some of the things I have to do when I wake up early in the morning and what crashes are going to be reported or how empty the roads are going to be. Whatever it may be, I'm just resting. And so right now, I would say I probably have an extra hour of sleep that I didn't have before.
That's good.
Which is fantastic.
You look rested and fabulous. Yes.
You know what? Thank you. It could be the lighting in here, too.
All right, so don't sleep on this. Watch the latest episode of Solutionaries. Ways to watch: scan the QR code, watch on KSAT.com, our YouTube channel, Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, anywhere you stream us. Check it out. Stephen, thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Thank you, Stephen. All right, we're going to take a look outside with live cam. 68 degrees at 9:36. Justin, this kind of cloudy, kind of gloomy weather sticking around.
Yeah, this also helps you sleep.
Yes.
If you can't sleep in, this kind of weather does help. We've been so cloudy, it's been so gray. I do think we'll see a little bit of sun as we get into the afternoon, some peaks of sun, but not a lot. And that really will be the case going into the weekend. I wanted to show you a picture. It looks like we got a Cowboys fan here. This is out of shirts. Pam sent this in, and it says Milo brought the Cowboys luck on Sunday. I'd say so. That was a good game. Cowboys did really well. They're looking great this season. Don't want to jinx it. But Milo, we appreciate it. Pam, we thank you for sending in that photo. We love the pictures of the pups. As we look at the satellite picture, there is some sun out there as you get down towards Beeville, south of Pleasanton. It's just not here in San Antonio. Clouds are fairly thick at this hour. 73 Kennedy, 73 Victoria, 60s elsewhere. We're at 68 here in San Antonio. And that's pretty much the case all around Bexar County, mid to upper 60s. Your forecast. I think we make it up to around 76 this afternoon. Southerly winds 5 to 15, stays humid. And we're going to do this all again tomorrow. We're kind of stuck in a rut right now. What changes? And what's going on out in the tropics? Do we actually have something going on out there? We do. We'll tell you about it here in just a couple minutes, guys.
Justin, thank you. 9:38, 68 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Before we take a quick break, we want to remind you about our town hall this afternoon. We'll be discussing seasonal depression because we know while this time of year is usually filled with joy, it can be hard for some people.
Ursula Perry will be speaking with 2 mental health care professionals about the topic. You tune in today at 2 o'clock for the Seasonal Depression Town Hall. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Team KSAT raising money for the Salvation Army, taking part in the Red Kettle campaign.
Our GMSA weekend crew, Max Massey and Sarah Spivey, they joined us live from the Walmart at Brooks City Base. And Max, have you seen more donations since we last checked in?
Guys, it has been amazing to see the generosity of people walking by. And I want to say, in part, that's due to Sarah Spivey, who has been just a queen of ringing the bell. Never gets old. So, Sarah Acosta, you asked, so you shall receive. What would you like to sing?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
So we have seen so many people walk up and donate, and it has been amazing. So a lot of people are probably asking, where do the donations go? Oh, look at this. We got some donations going on right now. We are joined here with Brad from the Salvation Army. So, Brad, anyone who's interested in donating, where does the money go?
The money ultimately goes to help local families in need. This particular kettle, it does that, but it also is the Team KSAT kettle for our Parade of Kettles competition. So, come on, bragging rights are on the line, KSAT viewers. We expect more. We want you to fill this particular kettle with donations. If you can't make it out today, just go online and click on the link.
And speaking of the link, we have a QR code, 21st century. So we have the QR code on the screen right now. You pull out the phone, pull on the camera app, scan the QR code on the screen. And guys, it is so awesome, so much. And like Brad was saying, you know, we're not in first, second, or third. So we needed those donations.
And it's the season of giving. So if you have it in your heart to give, please do so. We'd absolutely love that.
Absolutely. Guys, we always need more cowbell. And we're going to be out here until 10 a.m. So come on out, say hi, donate. You might even get to hear Sarah Spivey sing a little bit more. Sarah, Mark, back to you guys.
Beautiful. Beautiful job, Sarah. How can you say no to Sarah Spivey's beautiful voice?
They're giving you a standing ovation.
Thank you, guys. 9:44, 68 degrees at San Antonio International Airport. Tough to get in the holiday spirit when it's so darn warm outside.
I know, it is weird. And I said this yesterday. You look out the window and you see the clouds and the drizzle and fog. You think, oh, it's cold outside. It's December, but it's not.
No.
It's not at all. And this is kind of a weird thing we got going on, guys. Out in the Atlantic, we've actually got a developing subtropical system. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it has tropical characteristics and some non-tropical characteristics. It's not a true tropical system, but the Hurricane Center does think this could develop into something, could get named. It's out over the open ocean, so it's not going to cause any issues, just kind of a gee whiz thing. But interesting that hurricane season is over with, and here we are talking about some activity out there. If it does get named, by the way, would be Owen. And we're starting to get a pretty good list together here. It was a slow start to the hurricane season, but it picked up there at the end. And we'll see if we get Owen out there. It will have no effect on us, of course. And as we look at visibility, there is still some fog, but these numbers are coming up. We're seeing some improvement. This is about the time we would expect that to happen. And as we get towards the lunch hour, you'll see these visibilities really get better. Rock Springs still close to zero, though. Eagle Pass and Creosote Springs still seeing some fairly low visibility, and that's also the case around Hondo. The satellite picture tells the story pretty nicely. So we've got a clearing line down here. This is trying to lift north. Eventually, this could make its way into San Antonio with some sun by the afternoon hours. But even if we lose some of these low clouds, we have some high clouds over top of that. So any way you look at it, it's still going to be a fairly cloudy day. We're not going to see a lot of blue sky, I don't think. 69 in New Braunfels, 72 Gonzales, where we are seeing some sun at this hour. It is 74 in Kennedy, 74 in Victoria with some sun there. And these temperatures will be very dependent on the clouds, but once we do get a little bit of sun, that should boost us into the upper 70s. Right now at the airport, 68 and cloudy. Southerly winds at 7 miles per hour, and that continues to usher in a ton of moisture. Look at these dew points. We are well into the 60s, almost into the oppressive category, and it is December. You would not expect to see dew points like this, at least hang around for a long time, but that's going to be the case this week, as dew points never really come down from these mid to upper 60s. The dew point trend keeps us right there in the 60s in the muggy territory all the way through Sunday. We were looking for a front on Friday. It doesn't look like it's going to make it anymore, so that's why we're sticking with this forecast. Some drizzle and fog this morning, then cloudy, mostly cloudy by noontime, and we'll go with temperatures in the mid 70s, mid to upper 70s by the afternoon hours, 76 at 4 o'clock, and then 74 at 7 p.m., 73 at 8 p.m. Then we start to add in some more of the drizzle and fog again tomorrow morning. We do it all over again. And this pattern's kind of stuck right now. We noticed some showers up across parts of West Texas. Mostly these stay to our north, and this is all really light stuff. Nothing that's going to be very heavy. The heavier rains well off to our north and east. And I do want to show you, notice we kind of have a pipeline of clouds coming in from the southwest. That's just the nature of the setup that we have right now. So we'll continue to get high clouds on top of some of these low clouds that we have at the moment. The extended forecast. Mostly cloudy next several days. Morning fog and drizzle possible as we head into the weekend. Same story, but we will add in some small rain chances, and I'm hopeful that maybe we can get a front in here early next week. That could bring some thunderstorms, maybe some cooler weather, and finally clear us out some. But until we get a front in here to sweep all this cloudiness and mess out of here, it's going to be kind of status quo, guys.
All right. Thank you for the update, Justin. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Justin. All right, we've mentioned the death of actress Kirstie Alley, and I think we're going to take a look at her life and legacy that she's leaving.
Yeah, ABC's Will Gans has more about the late actress and a look at her career.
Don't you stop loving me.
Kirstie Alley, an actress whose career spanned 40 years, perhaps best known for her work in Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name.
Everybody knew her name. Alley joining the show in 1987 and staying through its final season in 93. She won the Best Actress Emmy Award in 91 for playing Rebecca Howe, giving one of the most rowdy speeches in award show history.
I only thank God I didn't have to wait as long as 10.
Kirstie Alley was born in Wichita, Kansas in 1951. Alley didn't try acting until she was 30. Her first movie role, the 1982 film Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
May I quote General Order 12?
Alley would go on to star in films like Drop Dead Gorgeous and TV shows like Veronica's Closet and Fat Actress. The 71-year-old star became known for her blunt approach off the screen, too. In recent years, debating politics online with strangers. But it's her career that will live on. Alley starred in the Look Who's Talking trilogy of films with John Travolta. On Monday, her family sharing news of her passing on social media, writing, "We are sad to inform you that our incredible, fierce, and loving mother has passed away after a battle with cancer only recently discovered." And John Travolta paying tribute on Instagram, writing, "Kirstie was one of the most special relationships I've ever had. I love you, Kirstie. I know we will see each other again."
Alley is survived by her children, True and Lily Parker, who wrote on Instagram, "As iconic as she was on screen, she was even more amazing as a mother and grandmother.
Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Time right now, 9:50, 68 degrees.
Up next, the bombshell trailer has dropped for a new docuseries involving the royal family, why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are offering some hard-hitting insight into their life in the spotlight.
It's really hard to look back on it now and go, what on earth happened? No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth.
Ooh, the highly anticipated Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan is coming out soon. A lot of people are talking about it.
First 3 episodes of the series will be released Thursday. In it, the Duke of Sussex says there was a hierarchy of the family and that mentioned the, quote, dirty game of not only leaking stories to the press, but planting stories.
The Duchess of Sussex adds that she realized the royal family was never going to protect them. Netflix says the series will take viewers from the couple's early courtship to the challenges that led to their decision to ultimately step back from the institution.
The series also includes commentary from friends and family who have never before spoken publicly about what they supposedly witnessed. The last 3 episodes will air next Thursday, which is December 15th.
Coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, a new edition of Science with Sarah. Tomorrow, Sarah Spivey and David Sears will be on the northeast side at Salinas Elementary School.
We'll be visiting with 5th graders there, building an erosion lab. We'll have to wait until tomorrow to find out more about what that's all about. Justin.
We look forward to it. And temperatures today up around 77 degrees. We'll see mostly cloudy skies. 79 Wednesday, 79 Thursday, 78 Friday. Then some chances, small chances of rain Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But basically, we are stuck in this pattern of warmth and humidity through the foreseeable future.
Yes, it appears we are. Well, NASA's Orion spacecraft is headed back to Earth after a 2-week trip around our moon. The unmanned Orion capsule carried test dummies and passed within 80 miles of the lunar surface. This time, Orion is part of a series of missions aimed at returning astronauts to the moon for the first time since 1972. It's expected to splash down in the Pacific Ocean off of California this weekend.
Well, here's a good story. Endangered monarch butterflies could be making a comeback. Researchers in Mexico say they're seeing more of them show up in their annual migration. Every year, the butterflies make the 2,000 to 3,000 mile flight to the central Mexico sanctuary. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Their numbers had dropped as much as 70%, but has rebounded. About a third, scientists blame climate change, pesticides, and illegal logging.
I didn't really notice the monarchs this year, but they were around. I know it depended on what kind of florals you had in your garden. I went out to the hill country town of Comfort and saw a butterfly garden. You have some in your yard that actually attracted quite a few monarchs this year.
Yes, I have a butterfly garden, but I didn't see as many monarchs this year as I had previous years. So that is good news to hear that.
All right. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey, we'll see you back here tomorrow.